So for many years in the NBA, there have been a lot of times where teams would go and have these years where they would tank for prospects. For example, LeBron James back in 2003, or even as recent as the tank for Zion days back in 2019. But we officially have another one of those years in the NBA coming up when teams know they have no chance to win a title and they start to rev up that tank in hopes that they land a certain prospect. And heading into the 2022-2023 season, the prospect to watch for is French phenom Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama is still only 18 years old, he'll be 19 when he's drafted, but this player is getting spoken into with rare people, rare players, guys like LeBron James. They say he might be the best prospect since LeBron James. And right now, even though it might be unfair for a player to be compared to a guy like LeBron, he's just a kid, he definitely has the potential to end up being a franchise changer for whoever gets the chance to select him in the illustrious 2023 NBA draft. And as we've already seen with teams like the Spurs and the Jazz this offseason that are getting ready to start their tank by trading for picks, trading away their star players to basically restart and rebuild and prepare for this draft. But now that we've got that out the way, let's discuss why teams are preparing to tank for Victor Wembanyama, who is obviously the projected number one pick in the upcoming NBA draft. First things first, the freakish frame that Wembanyama has at 7'3" with a 7'9" wingspan makes him a nightmare for opponents on the offensive end. He is a defensive monster, especially in the paint, where he protects the rim at a super high level while also cleaning up the glass as well. But what really makes him such a special defensive prospect is also the fact that not only can he protect the rim, but he's also very versatile and very mobile for a 7'3" guy. He can guard the other team's guard in switching situations, and I would say that he does a pretty good job at that as well and covers his ground very nicely. So defensively, he's a special prospect. But now this is what separates Wembanyama from everyone else, and this is his sky-high offensive potential. Imagine Rudy Gobert, but more mobile and more skilled offensively, and that's what Victor Wembanyama is or could be. His skill set on offense for a 7'3" center is special. He can finish around the rim, obviously, at a high percentage, being that tall. But it's really the shot-making potential, putting the ball on the floor, and the ability to hit jumpers from almost anywhere on the floor, whether that's from three, even though he shoots a pretty low percentage right now. The potential is definitely there. He can hit the mid-range, he can post up, even though his frame, he's so skinny. Not really a guy that's going to punish you all the way, backing you down to the basket. He's more so like a face-up, then he'll shoot over you kind of guy right now. But that's what makes Wembanyama a different kind of prospect compared to others. He's kind of similar to Chet Holmgren, who was just drafted by OKC with the second overall pick in this recent draft. There's a lot of similarities between the two. Now, does Wembanyama have his flaws? Yes, he does. Does he need to hit the gym? Yes, he does. But luckily, still 18 years old. He's still got another year where he's going to be playing EuroLeague, French basketball, wherever he's at right now. So if you're an NBA franchise that needs that franchise piece to turn everything around, it makes perfect sense as to why these kind of teams are willing to throw a year away just for the opportunity to select Victor Wembanyama with the first pick in the 2023 NBA draft next June. His potential is crazy. His abilities to do what he does on the floor is special. We never seen a guy like it. You know, in my opinion, even though it kind of started with like Dirk and these guys before Dirk that started doing what he was doing at 7 feet tall, it's really kind of stemmed out from like Kevin Durant. Like Kevin Durant was a guy that was putting the ball on the floor, doing what he's doing, shooting the ball. He's still the best out of all the 7-footers that can do these things. But it started with him, and now it's getting to that level. You see guys like Chet Holmgren, who we saw in the Summer League, putting the ball on the floor, hitting threes, doing step backs. Remember Kristaps Porzingis? I was watching, some old film on him back from when he was a prospect. He was kind of similar to these guys too. And now you got Victor Wembanyama, who's a different kind of player from these guys. He can do similar things, but he's just got that it factor, if you know what I mean. That it factor to be that guy that can change a franchise, take them from being a horrible team to a good team in just a span of a couple seasons. That's what his potential is. Now, do I know where he'll be going? If I had to guess, I'm looking at San Antonio, maybe Indiana, and Utah's going to suck. So those teams will probably be on the watch for him, but Victor Wembanyama is definitely a guy to keep your eye on, as he might be the next generational NBA prospect coming out of the 2023 NBA draft next June. Anyways, that's going to do it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Link will be down in the description below. This has been a checkup where we talk hoops and hoops only, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.